He was considered the first black superstar in the world of professional wrestling. What's happening, everybody? I'm Todd Tanner. This is Wrestling News Now. Before I get started on tonight talking about the Junkyard Dog, the infamous, the one and the only Junkyard Dog. If you're new to Wrestling News Now, my particular brand of covering the world of professional wrestling, hit the like button and kindly subscribe, and also hit the notification bell so that way every time I load up a brand new video, you'll be one of the first ones to be notified. And as I said on last night, I'll say now, we're going to be doing some great and exciting things with Wrestling News Now. I can't reveal all my plans to you, but I'll tell you this much. If you're not a part of it, you're going to miss out on something great and something wonderful. So please subscribe to Wrestling News Now with Todd Tanner. My channel, what I like to do, I profile the lives of individuals that we've all come to know and love and wondered about them. So this is part one of a two-part profile on the Junkyard Dog. So let's just get right down to it. And I'm quite sure you're going to like the information that's being presented here on tonight. Sylvester Ritter was born on the 1st of June in 1998. He was an American professional wrestler and college football player, best known for his work in Mid-South Wrestling and the World Wrestling Federation as the Junkyard Dog, or JYD, a nickname he received while working in a wrecking yard. He was inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame class of 2004. Entering the ring with his trademark chain attached to a dog collar, to the music of Queen's Another One Bites the Dust, JYD often headlined cards that drew large crowds and regularly sold out the Louisiana Superdome and other major venues, becoming the first black wrestler to be made the undisputed top star of his promotion. WWE author Brian Shields called Junkyard Dog one of the most electrifying and charismatic wrestlers in the country, particularly during his peak in the early 1980s. Junkyard Dog was most known for his headbutt and upper body strength, the latter of which saw him regularly body slam such large wrestlers as the One-Man Gang, Kamala, and King Kong Bundy. The word thump, which referred to JYD's power slam, was predominantly displayed on his wrestling trucks. So how did the Junkyard Dog come to be entered into the world of professional wrestling? Well, he was a football player. Ritter played football at Fayetteville State University, twice earning honorable mention All-American status, and is a member of the Sports Hall of Fame. He graduated with a political science degree. Word up, if you intend to get involved in anything in life, make sure that you always have something to fall back on. Don't just get out there and decide, okay, this is it. And how did JYD start his wrestling career? Well, it was during the year 1976 to 1980. Ritter debuted in the Tennessee Territory working for promoter Jerry Jarrett before moving to Nick Gulla's company and using the ring name Leroy Rochester. From there, he moved to Stu Hart's Stampede Wrestling, that's way up in Canada, as Big Daddy Ritter, where he captured the North American Heavyweight Championship twice. In the early 1980s, Ritter moved to Mid-South Wrestling, where Booker Cowboy Bill Watts gave him the nickname and gimmick, Junkyard Dog. A dog collar and white boots, and he would wear a long chain attached to a dog collar with white boots. He originally came to the ring pushing a cart filled with junk called the Junk Wagon, and lost most of his early matches before his character caught on and became the top face in the company. While on top, he feuded with some of the top heels in the company, including a now infamous angle with the fabulous Freebirds, where they blinded him with their hair cream. At the peak of the feud, JYD's wife gave birth to their first child, which was made part of the storyline. It was explained that JYD could not see his new daughter, something that increased the heat on the Freebirds to the point where they needed police escorts in and out of arenas. The feud ended with the still blinded JYD and Freebird leader Michael P.S. Hayes wrestling in a steel cage dog collar match. Other notable feuds involved Ernie Ladd, Ted DiBiase, Kamala, King Kong Bundy, and Butch Reed. The 1982 feud with Ted DiBiase was particularly notable as DiBiase once Junkyard Dog's friend and tag team partner turned heel and subsequently won a loser leaves town match against JYD. With the help of the loaded glove, which was a DiBiase calling card at the time, forcing JYD to leave town for an extended period of time. In 1982, JYD was involved in a cross-promotional match for NWA and AWA against Nick Bockwinkel that aired on NWA Mid-South Wrestling, an AWA program in which he won by pinfall. A masked man physically resembling JYD known as Stagger Lee subsequently appeared in the region and began to defeat the competition one by one, including DiBiase. Though DiBiase and the other heels strongly suspected that Stagger Lee was in fact JYD, they were unable to mask him to prove their suspicions. Stagger Lee disappeared once the loser leave town clause in the JYD Ted DiBiase match had expired, and JYD returned and reclaimed the North American Heavyweight Championship. The feud with Reed was notable in that Reed, a protege of JYD, had turned heel. Reed, with the help of Buddy Landel, attacked the dog many times. On a couple of occasions, they covered the dog in chicken feathers. The two had a series of matches, many of were bouts for the prized North American Heavyweight Championship. These matches were also notable for their brutality, which included ghetto street fights, dog collar matches, 2 out of 3 pinfall matches, and steel cage matches. JYD was lured to the WWF at the peak of the feud with Reed. In the summer of 1984, Ritter left Mid-South for the World Wrestling Federation, where he was a mid-card wrestler but still heavily overface. JYD debuted on a Georgia Championship Wrestling taping held at the Kiel Auditorium on August 10th in 1984, where he defeated Max Blue. While in the WWF, JYD made a habit of interacting with the growing number of young people in attendance, often bringing them into the ring after matches and dancing with them. Wrestled at the inaugural WrestleMania, defeating Intercontinental Champion Greg Valentine by countout, but did not receive the title. Ritter won the Wrestling Classic tournament by defeating Randy Savage by countout in the finals, as well as beating Moondog Spot and the Iron Sheik in earlier rounds, getting to the final. The tournament is often cited as the first WWF pay-per-view. JYD's most notable feuds in the company came against King Harley Race, the Funk Brothers, Dory Funk Jr., and Terry Funk, Adrian Adonis, Greg the Hammer Valentine, and Outlaw Ron Bass. He lost to Rick Rude by disqualification at the inaugural SummerSlam, which happened in 1988. He left the company November of 1988. Ritter made his debut for the National Wrestling Alliance on December 7th, 1988 at the Clash of the Champions 4. He appeared during an altercation between the Russian Assassins and Ivan Koloff, saving the latter. His first match came shortly after in an in-television taping in Atlanta against Trent Knight. JYD finished the year winning a $50,000 bunkhouse battle royale on December 26th, which was held as a dark match after Starrcade 88 went off the air. He spent the first months of 1989 teaming with Ivan Koloff and then Michael Hayes against the Russian Assassins. On April 2nd, 1999, JYD defeated Butch Reed at Clash of the Champions 6 in New Orleans. Before the match, he was accompanied to the ring by a jazz band. JYD began a main event run in May 1990. On May 20th, he defeated Mean Mark Callis, today known as The Undertaker, in 39 seconds. He quickly became embroiled in a feud with Ric Flair for the World Heavyweight Championship after gaining disqualification and non-title victories in house show matches. JYD defeated Flair by DQ disqualification on June 13 at Clash of the Champions 11. Oops, my bad. JYD was then part of the short-lived Dudes with Attitudes faction along with Sting, Paul Orndorff, and El Gigante. In the fall, he feuded with television champion Arn Anderson, defeating him in non-title matches in less than 10 seconds on 3 house shows in September. He finished the year defeating Moondog Rex, the Iron Sheik, and Bill Irwin on the house show circuit. On February 17, 1991, he won his first WCW title, teaming with Ricky Morton and Tommy Rich to defeat Dr. X, Dutch Mantell, and Buddy Landel, and gained the WCW 6-man Tag Team Championship. He also began a short feud that month with the Master Blaster, winning each encounter. JYD and his partners held the title until June 3rd, when they were defeated by the Freebirds in Birmingham, Alabama. He left the promotion in August. After dropping a significant amount of weight to improve his conditioning, Junkyard Dog returned on February 29, 1992 at Super Brawl 2, during the segment where Abdullah the Butcher was attacking Ron Simmons. JYD came out of the crowd to make the save. He found himself wrestling in tag team matches with Ron Simmons, Barry Windham, or Big Josh for the next few months. In April and again in June, JYD faced former 6-man championship partner Ricky Morton, defeating him on each occasion. He also formed another tag team, this time with the Big Cat, Ernie Ladd. They feuded with, the Big Cat. They feuded with the Vegas Connection, which consisted of Diamond Dallas Page and Vinny Vegas. The rest of the summer, in 1993, he formed a new tag team with Jim Neidhart and began a feud with Dick Slater and Paul Orndorff that would last the next few months. After defeating Slater on July 28, 1993, he left the promotion. After WCW, JYD went to the independent circuit where he wrestled for NWA Dallas. In 1995, he wrestled for the National Wrestling Conference in Las Vegas, where he had matches with former WWF stars, the Iron Sheik, Mr. Hughes, and the Honky Tonk Man. Ritter had stayed active in professional wrestling until the time of his death, appearing at Extreme Championship Wrestling 1998 WrestlePalooza event. Just 1 month prior, he was the founder of the Dog Pound Stable, an independent Mid-South promotion based in southern Louisiana. In part 2 of the JY Dog story, I'll talk about his untimely death, along with his major accomplishments in the world of professional wrestling. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button and hit the notification bell. That way, you will be sure to be notified every time I upload a video. So until next time, I'm Todd Tanner for Wrestling News Now.